spill.
We've not got no need for your help.
Have no fear, good man. Our labors shall be done quickly. The prowlers to be banished for good.
Milton, look!
Get out!
In the flesh.
Hail, Witcher! Let us go inside and greet you as befits an old friend.
And you, fear not. We shall put an end to the rule of outlaws, soon.
Found your message on a notice board.
You see, Palmerin? I told you. The griffin at White Orchard. I knew that were we only to follow the tracks of its slayer, we would in the end find Geralt.
Milton de Peyrac-Peyran and Palmerin de Launfal. Good to see you both. Been years.
Be assured, we share your joy.
You must forgive us our, surroundings. When we pledged to place the village under our protection, the village elder gave...
Get involved in some squabble?
We discovered that in retreating, the Redanian garrison had left this land's tillers at the mercy of numerous plagues. These plunderers shall soon descend on this village to collect tribute.
We are both sworn to fight injustice and oppression, wherever they rear their head.
So, plan to go out and meet the bandits when they arrive? Fight them?
Palmerin wishes first to appeal to their sense of decency.
Yeah, completely.
We must afford them a chance to stand down. Many a hardened outlaw has left the path of wrongdoing upon hearing words of admonition.
Doesn't happen in these lands. Ever.
If they do not heed my reprimand, we at least will know we have done all within our
Fine. Naturally, I'll help when Palmerin's rhetoric falls on deaf ears.
Excellent. Then we've but to wait for the rogues to arrive.
They're coming!
Hear that? Your bandits have arrived.
Let us go out to greet them.
Hark! Contemptible curs! I, Palmerin de Launfal, call upon you to repent. To prey upon commoners
Punch and
is
Judy
no honor.
here.
To loot...
Right good jest, that.
Nay, wait, Zorg.
Oi, players! Can you toss...
Noble Palmerin's giving you a chance. Now I'm gonna give you some advice. Do what he says.
Or what?
Or you'll find yourself fighting knights errant in the pay of the Duchess of Toussaint. And they eat scum like you with their morning porridge.
There's 3 of them. 2 turtled up in armor. We'll come back later.
Some wench sent them. Folk will say we's afeard of wenches and jesters.
Ooh, insulted the Duchess. Not good.
Indeed, we cannot let the affront go.
By the crane, villains, ready your arms!
What to say?
Pathetic.
He's yours! For the glory of the grace, I shall make a lay of you! To
Shit.
Right me another to work! You'll be proud! Honor! What to say?
Why do they not emerge? It is over. We have banished the scoundrels, lifted oppression's yoke from their lives.
Warned you it'd be like this. Fear you as much as they did the bandits now. Sorry, no fanfares and flowers.
Ah, it is true what folk claim. In the north, no noble deed goes unthwarted. It is time to go home.
And we shall, my friend. Come, Geralt. It's time we delivered our message.
So fess up. What brings you such a long way?
We are to deliver Her Grace the Duchess's message in full, with all due ceremony. For tradition
Is sacred in Toussaint. All right, fine.
Most honorable Geralt, slayer of monsters and all evils, whereas never have you been known to deny help to the innocent, nor leave widows. Free us from the beast which floods our streets with blood. Come to our aid, Witcher. Thus humbly beseeches you the star-crossed.
Shall you answer her call?
Anna Henrietta really say all that? Word for word?
Well, in point of fact, she said, bring me the Witcher, and dare not... The Ducal Chamberlain added the rest. You know how it is.
Yeah, I remember.
I might add, be it unofficially, that a hefty reward awaits.
Might be the most fervent request that I take a contract ever. And the most polite. And now we've got all that behind us. I want to hear more about this beast. Some kind of monster? Just guessing.
Most assuredly, though no one has caught a good look at it as yet. Our only sure wit...
Look, some sketches drafted from descriptions given by those who claim they...
How many victims so far?
2. When Her Grace learnt of the second, she discharged us immediately to fetch you, promising grants of land and fortunes in gold, should you answer her summons.
An ill wind blows, Geralt. The beast cannot be tracked. Folks say it wields black
Beast wields black magic? What makes you say so?
The first victim vanished between bites at a feast. Of the feast-goers, none noticed this. They saw but an open window, then heard desperate cries from the...
The second killing, similar. A night in a locked room. Servants all about the house. Guards all around the estate. Yet the beast...
We have no fear of creatures against which sword and shield protect. But of this beast, nothing is known.
Anyone tried to hunt it? Knights errant, for example?
Ha! Many have tried.
The beast is clever. It evades all trap...
Experienced tracker. This is what we need.
Mentioned a tourney. Why doesn't the Duchess just call it off?
Simply, it is too late. The guests... The beast could be a threat to others, not just to Her Grace's subjects.
Got it. Before an aristocrat dies, at best it's a scandal. At worst, a diplomatic incident. I sometimes think back to all the contracts I've ever taken from sovereigns. Can't name hardly any where I came out ahead.
You cannot be thinking to refuse.
No. Just struck by a thought. How the Duchess can sometimes be... demanding.
So you accept the contract? Excellent!
We must set off at once. We long wanted this land searching for you. Yet time is of the essence.
Ready to go, soon as you're packed.
Then post haste to Toussaint.
To Toussaint! Toussaint, the land of love and wine.
Exactly how I remembered it.
You will find Beauclair's changed some these past years.
Walk about when you have the chance. You will see for yourself.
To me, place always seemed straight out of a fairy tale. Knights errant, elven palaces.
You insinuate that we are somehow odd? I shall prove you wrong. This I pledge on the Heron!
Monster!
My name is not
big beast. Tackling it single-handed? None too wise.
Neither is love born of wisdom, Witcher. So, Guillaume, out with it. Which fair damsel inspired you to vow to kill that filth?
The most beautiful among them.
If he wishes to guard her name a secret, he need not reveal it.
You I do not know, sir, nor seem you a knight, yet still I am profoundly grateful, nay, indebted to you for your succor.
A giant this close to human settlements? Strange.
Well, that was no ordinary giant. His name was Goliath, rumored to have been a knight once.
So he came back down? Why?
Several times each year, hunger chased him into the lowlands. At any rate, it's a tale for more agreeable environs.
I'll take the trophy. Why not? Could find someone who'll pay to buy it. Put up a good fight against the giant. Got experience battling monsters?
None. In Toussaint we mostly chase bandits. But I vowed I'd bring my heart's champion.
You don't mean to hunt the beast, I hope. The matter's best left to Geralt.
Another challenge awaits me. Yet if Geralt is to hunt the beast, he ought...
The river surrendered a corpse. It washed up in the meander by the cockatrice.
Securing the area? Better go there now before they trample any tracks, manhandle any evidence.
Set forth, then. I shall ride for the city to inform her gracious...
Brave kid, Guillaume.
Parmarin oversaw his upbringing. Guillaume is his kin.
Can't get used to the way you knights talk, especially how you switch back and forth between flowery and, well, near normal.
We are knights errant, in the service of her gracious magnificence. When we appear in her name or speak on her behalf, we are bound by tradition. No one here. They must have removed. The body already.
Let's look around, make sure they didn't miss anything. Hobnailed boots, multiple sets of prints. Ducal guard, clearly. Let's see where they went. Walked along the shoreline.
Perhaps the body lay on the bank.
Got guests. Careful.
For the glory of her grace, I shall make happy of you!
Drawn here by the smell of blood. Let's keep looking. Anything taken by the current ends up in these shallows.
Yes, the stench is fierce.
Only blood-soaked scraps left of the victim's clothing. Good quality cloth.
A wealthy victim, correct?
Looks it. Blood. Guardsmen pulled these nets out of the water, then cut the mutilated body free. Gonna dive in, make sure they didn't miss anything. Nets were attached here. Silk kerchief, monogrammed DLC. A noble's accessory, clearly. Need to comb the bank. Look, a boat was launched here. Guardsmen must have loaded the body parts onto it, taken them somewhere. Need to find out where. I'd like to look at the corpse before it starts to decompose.
The inn. Its patrons must have seen the guardsmen, which direction they took. We should ask there.
Seems we've got ourselves an audience.
You think this surprising? The locals will tell the children of children that...
One thing. Found a handkerchief in the water. Monogrammed DLC. Mean anything to you?
Delacroix? It cannot be. Was it he the beast slew?
Seems so. Knew him well?
Long past. We were close friends once, but our paths diverged.
Foes. You have a lot of them?
He did. But I do not see what that has to do.
I understand. We can talk later. Let's go to the tavern.
I shall have to leave you soon. Return to court.
Barely got back to Toussaint.
A knight in the service of Her Illustrious Highness knows no rest. In fact, I'd feared I would return too late to fulfill my duty. Yet it seems I've arrived in the nick of time. Once you have finished examining the corpse, be sure to report to Henrietta.
Long live Duchessa Anna Henrietta.
They say her grace has called in some tempting beast. A killer from the north, they say. What? With no knights?
Henrietta?
Her Grace, the Duchess. I forget myself at times. We address each other by our first names in private. Never in Pomrick's presence, however. He finds such familiarity offensive. A watering hole for traders, smugglers, boatmen. But you will find no better crayfish chowder in... By my troth, could that be the musty scent of fresh pâté?
Naught else, Sir de Peyrac-Peyran. I see time has not dulled your senses.
We would be honored if you would join us. Your companion as well.
But why do I not detect even a whiff of crayfish chowder?
No soup today, on account of there being no crayfish. I reckon you've not heard, but all I caught was a corpse. I awoke at...
This corpse is precisely why we're here. For the man whom you've invited to join...
We invited two men to join us, yet since Sir de Peyrac-Peyran intemperate...
Name's Geralt.
A humble introduction. You've clearly not tarried long with...
Spare us the petty insults. Geralt is an...
I was the one to find the corpse. The sun had just risen when I awoke, sat straight up in my bed, looked out the window, and...
Ask Geralt, please. Or we shall be here till winter.
Must have been early in the morning. Went to check your nets and then...
I stepped out of my hut and saw...
By my troth, to the point, man! You fuck... Did you see anyone nearby?
Not a soul around, just me.
What did you see?
I saw a head bobbing, eyes bulging.
Get a good look at the body parts?
They gave me such a fright. I bolted to town fast. They had a hard hold. The parts were so tangled up in my nets, they were forced to cut.
Need to examine the body. Know where they took it?
They ferried it across, then loaded it on a...
What? Why, Corvo Bianco is Baron Russell's estate. When he learned...
While you were gallivanting about the north, his vineyard was auctioned off.
Who was that? Woman who just left. Didn't see her before. Didn't notice her walk in either.
Doubtless Linnis, the innkeep's daughter. But hold, Geralt.
It is no secret. The Baron had gambling debts up to his ears. It finally came time to...
I told Russell he'd get his comeuppance. How long can one...
Such are the times. Today's knights are pale shadows of the heroes of yore.
It's true what they say. God sent the beast.
So folk think the beast's divine punishment.
Knights have turned their backs on the old customs.
Why, you insolent...
Let him talk.
The Duchess trades in titles, grants honors to ill-doers.
Don't listen to that nonsense, Geralt. It's rehashed
Yes, the rebel rousers have been sprouting up like...
They say anything else about the beast? Besides it being a messenger of the gods?
The Toussaintois are no fools. They see clearly the beast kills on days honoring patron saints.
Picky monster. Thanks for the hospitality. Time I examined the corpse.
Corvo Bianco lies a short way from here, near the tourney ground.
Not coming with? Oh yeah, duty of some sort calls.
Some sort? Her Grace bestowed a great honor on me, even before we departed for Velen. I'm to play the hare during this year's game.
A little tempted to ask a few questions, but it sounds like a long, complicated story.
I'm my own master with a bottle in front
Wine! Normal...
Could replace them with something else.
Replace crayfish with fish?
Show me what you got in... Got any gossip? Fishermen talking about anything interesting?
Yes, about a
Asked a serious question.
and the tactless one. I do.
Thanks. So long.
His noodling merchants. Happier to keep you from hangovers, too.
Ducal clerks looking for help. Could be good coin to be made.
They say her. Nothing to see here. Move along.
Damn, something's seriously wrong here. Damn it. Let's go.
Watch out!
Faster. Move it! Something's not right. Hey-ya!
They say her grace is called in some
Better to push quilts and drag hose.
killer from the north, they say. What? With no lights brave enough? Of course we are.
Sounds of a fight. Have to hurry. Damn it. The killer must still be here. Throat torn open by man-like jaws. Man-like. Except for long fangs. Killed with a single blow. Busted ribs, blood from the ears. Took a solid hit. Massacred by a vampire. Not a Mekimar, though. Or a Fletter. Bruxa. Gotta be. In the cellar. Gotta be. Claw wounds. From 5 separate claws. Spread of a small human hand. Black blood. And moon dust. Could be lifesavers. Footprints. Small, bare feet. Lead deeper into the cellar. Fell down the stairs, broke his neck. Hurled against the wall with great force. You. Saw you at the inn. I know what you are. Don't know why you killed these people, though. Clearly wasn't for their blood. We don't have to fight.
You are wrong. I cannot let you leave.
Stinks. Waterlogged. Both hands amputated. Body was quartered just as I thought. Laid in water for some time. Head swollen, and something took a few bites out of it. Something in the throat. A pouch, bulging with coins. Nilfgaardian Florins, from several different provinces. If the murderer did this, means we're dealing with a sentient thinking beast. Body was chopped up after death. Blows struck with great force, but bones sliced through, not crushed. Creature that killed him had long claws, sharp as a witcher's blade. First sank its claws into the victim's heart. No Bruxa did this. Third hand. A spare? Except it's clearly not the victim's. Guardsmen must have not noticed it as they picked everything up. How's this possible? Still warm. Blood still flowing? Several monster species can regenerate. Never heard of that happening to their severed limbs, though. Or of their limbs seeming completely alive after so much time. Examine the tissue more closely later. Might learn something. So, murderer was clearly a monster, but not a Bruxa. But then why'd the Bruxa come here for the severed hand? And who does the hand belong to? Why the hell's it still warm? Now, pouch shoved down the victim's throat. What's the significance? Lots of questions, no answers so far.
Best cure for the beast, the Witcher.
Need to speak to the Duchess, urgently.
All right, you scamps. Story's done. Go find your parents.
But the Pomerine, what about the story of Rittik and the dragon?
They're tales for another time. But take a good look at the man who stands before you now. This is Geralt of Rivia, the master witcher who lent his valiant hand to the defeat of the giant Goliath.
Master Witcher, is it true virtue always trumps villainy?
Not always. Could go either way. Sometimes virtue wins, sometimes villainy gets the upper hand. Still worth being good.
But why? If it doesn't mean you'll win.
Pomerin's story. Think back. A decent man attracts other good folk, makes friends he can count on. A rogue? Well, he can only count on other rogues. And who would you rather have for a friend?
A man of virtue?
I must agree. Now, that will do for questions. Go find your parents. Her Enlightened Highness has doubtless arrived at the tourney grounds to watch the battle in the arena. If we hurry, we'll be in...
Lead the way. Who's fighting? Nilfgaardian gladiators?
Close, but not quite.
Someone's gonna fight a Shaelmar? With only some bells on its tail to confuse it, slow it down?
Whatever is the problem? The beast is a gift from the Emperor, no less.
This is dangerous. Bells on its tail aren't enough.
I saw a spectacle of the sword of the arena in Nunez. There, a knight defeated a Shelmar with bells on its tail.
Might have gotten lucky. Shelmar might have been lame. Who knows? Only a Witcher has a real chance against a healthy Shelmar. And that's not even every Witcher. Besides which, releasing a monster that dangerous... Who's going to fight the beast?
Guillaume, the young man we met.
Yeah. Mention.
Great love demands great sacrifices.
Let's go.
I dedicate my imminent victory to fair Lady Vivian.
It's begun. The fight shall have to end first. We must wait.
Got a bad feeling about this. Damn it. We have to help him.
For honor! Onward!
Transform! ready! The Shelma lies defeated by Geralt of Rivia, master of the witchering trade.
Master Geralt, do what you must. Finish the deed!
It suffered enough.
The monster lies slain!
Guillaume.
The lad came damned close to dying.
I'm fine. Not hurt at all. Vivian?
Smile as befits a hero and keep silent. Speech.
Geralt. We must talk.
You shall talk later, in the medic's tent.
Geralt, magnificent, breathtaking.
Your Grace.
We knew that to summon you was a brilliant idea. We are delighted, ravished to have struck upon it.
And I'm truly, honored.
See to our young hero. Hop, hop. For we must make off with Geralt. We should talk. We had been long awaiting your arrival. Had nearly lost hope. Then suddenly, that entrance, so spectacular.
Your Grace. Shaelmars are dangerous creatures, even to knights in full-plate armor.
Nonsense. In Toussaint, knights have battled beasts for mere glory since time immemorial. True. Guillaume suffered a few bumps.
Mm-hmm. What about the crowd? Say the Shaelmar had vaulted into the stands. Would have been a massacre.
Geralt, though we value your fortuitous intervention in the arena...
Your Grace, my contract. I'd like to discuss it.
Naturally, but not here. We shall need Damien. He led the investigation. Tell us, have you come alone? Or did Viscount Julian accompany you?
Wish to see Dandelion, Your Grace?
Yes. I mean, no. Yes. But solely to tell him. If we could turn back time, we would make certain he sat in a tower till he rotted. Ah, the very man we would entrust with these tasks. Damien...
Your Grace. Witcher.
Greetings. Sorry to have to tell you, but the guardsman handling the last victim's body...
I know already. The creature...
No. A Bruxa. A kind of vampire. Not the beast, but tied to it in some way.
You know this how?
Through careful analysis of the evidence, both on the riverbank and at Corvo Bianco.
Do you mean to insinuate the investigation thus far has been sloppy?
Geralt insinuates nothing of the...
I examined the body of the beast's last victim. Might have found something. Need to analyze it. A quiet place, that's what I could use Also like to hear all you know about the previous victims. Take it Sir Delatour is my man for that.
Firstly, call me Damien, please. Secondly, you should know I've heard much about you. You bring trouble, or thus far have...
Damien, we settled the matter of the Witcher's employ some time past. Are the legends true? Do Witchers usually demand that which you find at home?
Not quite, Your Grace. Law of surprise, it's something we invoke at times, but rarely. Usually we just take gold.
Disappointing. This law sounds rather romantic. On the other hand, I fear you'd not have much use for any of the surprises. Thus, we've decided you shall receive the deed to a vineyard. Title to the vineyard shall be given to you at once. Surely you...
Lovely, generous gesture, Your Grace. But, Corvo Bianco, isn't it the Duchy's temporary morgue?
Is it now? The Chancellery is yet in its mood. A morgue should present minimal problems to a Witcher. What's more, nothing...
Thank you, Your Grace. I accept the contract, of course. How'd it start? Who was the first victim?
Crespi was the first to die. He was famed once for his many glorious...
Crespi was not loved by the wine merchants. He was ruthless in business and thought to cheat many a time. He asked us for a dispensation.
How'd he die? Where'd they find the body?
Quite unusual, the circumstance. He was at a feast when suddenly one of his fellow feastgoers noticed he was missing. The town. He had died of wounds inflicted with claws.
So he died suddenly, but the body was on its knees.
So it seems.
Second murder. Tell me what you know.
In the city there are certain nooks. No one reasonable ventures thereafter. With the first murder, terror gripped the city. Its inhabitants...
Criminals fear the beast? Telling in a way. Take it you've
Do you believe me an amateur? Not hands, but...
His body was found in the gutter, dressed in nightshirt and cap, a pillow placed under his head, and his sword replaced.
Someone went to a lot of trouble to make him look ridiculous.
It's not out of the question. Dulac had shady dealings with the criminal underworld.
So, first two victims were knights, best years behind them.
The same could be said of the third. Sir Delacroix was wont to claim that in modern times, knights face new...
He made a veritable fortune in the grain trade. Palmerin even nicknamed him Sir de la Stinchi.
Found a coin pouch on his body. Contained florins dating from various times.
Delacroix loved coin, true, but...
Lots of similarities between the victims. All the bodies were found in strange places.
These were honorable men. We are horrified by the disdain,
Might be the point. From what you say, none was a model of virtue. Ever considered that's what the beast's trying to draw attention to?
All the murdered men were knights who swore fealty.
Knights of Toussaint swear fealty to what virtues exactly?
Honor, wisdom...
5 virtues. Why are they so important to your knights?
Strange question.
Your Grace, forgive me. I'm a foreigner trying to understand another land's customs.
You are forgiven. According to legend, the virtues we cultivate were bestowed upon us by the... In Toussaint, we believe men of low birth should be simple-hearted and obedient. We expect much more, however, of our... At the time of his dubbing, a knight vows to demonstrate.
Beast seems to be pointing up moral decay, denouncing it. Victims were all humiliated.
Honor compromised by the pillory. Wisdom by ridicule. Generosity by a coin pouch shoved down a throat. It's...
Can't discount the theory if it's on the lips of everyone in town. Say our reasoning's right. Next murder will be just as showy and denounce the victim's lack of the...
Let's think. At the moment, all the knights are either at the tourney grounds or in the...
Milton mentioned something. Seemed excited to prance around. Hang on. Strange circumstances. A knight advanced in years.
Could it be that simple? Is
Milton also knew Delacroix. Told me so down by...
Damien! to miss something so obvious?
They were a team?
They were close friends, tightly knit, and as such, earned the trust of our father.
Unlikely to be a coincidence. Beast must know it too. It's a lead, I'm sure. Your Grace, we need to find Milton, immediately.
Rather problematic. You see, the garden entertainments are due to start, and he's disguised.
We must call off the game, at once.
First and foremost, we must remain calm. Damien, order the garden searched immediately, but discreetly. And you, Witcher, follow me. My garden. A murder is out of the question. Horses? Ready? Your Grace!
What the hell? Why, I said... Your Highness, I...
Mind it doesn't get wrinkled. All right! Hey! That is silk! Be careful! Give it to me!
Your Grace seems right at home inside.
The wind! Clear a path! Clear the way, I said!
Hurry!
We must go to where the game is being held. The participants must find a unicorn's horn, a golden fish, and a phoenix egg. With these in hand, they can deduce where the hare, Milton, hides.
Mean we need to find those things too?
We've no other option, but time is of the essence. On second thought, through here. I shall show you where the hunt plays out. Then we will split up. You will get hold of the unicorn horn and the golden fish. While I nab the phoenix egg. That will be quickest.
Golden fish. Do I need a rod or a net?
Please, Captain. It's not a... Look there, towards the water. See the lights? The hunters are trying to hook the fish from boats. You must simply dive in...
The unicorn. How do I catch it?
It's terribly skittish, true, but I'm sure you will find... Turns round, over there, look. The The Colton fish and the horn both contain things or clues that will help us find Milton. All clear? Then let's get to it.